Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Space Engineers, Episode 3. Still feeling the effects of the bad flying. The very bad flying. I mean, honestly, I'm most upset about the resources I lost off of those all of those thrusters. That's the biggest reason that I am sad about the whole state of affairs. Anyways, as it stands now, I have refinery, I have assembler, I have no batteries, I can't really do anything else with it. Speaking of, I do not remember. 120? I can make 2 batteries. So, boop, and boop. And that's that. Just need to remember to hit control. But with this, I'll have something to go off of. I need more steel plates. I think I need to grind more off the what's left of this thing. Angle of this thing is always so confusing. Now, I need to consider actually getting up not a beacon, an antenna. I know it takes more power, but at the same time, it's kind of a better idea. It can act as a beacon, as well as also act as, allow me to set up a communication network of some sort. I should not do that. Yeah, it'll be hold on my glass. I also need... That's a lot of computers I need all of a sudden. Let's see. Computers I have, and then I need some of these. I forgot how heavy these things are. Probably should have started building another one. Getting all this stuff out of my inventory so it's a lot easier to move around. And the moment I realized that I just made it almost nearly impossible to build that conveyor block. Almost. Yeah, these components just take up a lot of space, that's it. And these blocks take time. Lots of time. Lots and lots and lots of time. Oh, there we are. Yeah. And I understand why they did it, but I don't know. I'm of the opinion that they probably could have approached it differently. Instead of just taking away all the power cells, like take away half of them, like all of them. But, yeah, I understand. Free energy and all that sort of thing that shouldn't come from that, but I guess they could have just... I don't know. I think they could have done it differently. But I understand why they did it the way they did. parts needed from the rest of the power cells. I think I also saw that I needed computers again. Now, we'll figure it out after we fly back. In the meantime, we'll have this, and not all of those. There's that done. Need steel plates once again. And large steel tubes. Seems to be a common thing that I've been needing. Large steel tubes. Alright. I could take down the reactor. I don't want to do it quite yet. Start taking apart this stuff. Oh, Jesus. Oops. Oh, I cannot pick up anymore. I should not be grinding that. This is where I will do perfect antenna. And there. Solves that problem. Myself an antenna, which will be important. And still not enough. That. Which I figured. The design of this ship, like, it makes sense to a point, but then it just, I don't know, the design and layout just annoys me. I don't rightly need these anymore, do I? I think at this point I could just start taking apart this thing piecemeal. It's just like, cut it straight down the middle and watch what happens. I don't want to be anywhere near it when it does, so that'll be an experiment for later. Okay, really? This thing requires more radio communication devices than just... Well, okay, I did take all the... And for some reason I don't have large steel tubes anymore. Still can't do that. Yeah, can't do that. Can't do this. I don't think this thing needs a gyro anymore. Oh, yeah, no. I know better. What is my hydrogen doing? Yeah, I got one last fill before I have to worry. very still. This game can be a pixel sometimes. Always the construction movements. Always the small steel tubes. Always the small steel tubes. Ice is important. I know I can always get more, but that's a ways away. That's a ways over that ridge that you see over there. Like where that white is, I think that's the far coast. Small steel tubes. This is going to be the one thing that always annoys me is the small steel tubes and how much they are needed in just about everything. Oops. How many trips am I going to have to make over this thing? Too many. What does that thing need? Actually, what the hell would I do? Alright. It's just in the assembler, that's where everything's gonna end up going anyways. And boom. Alright. Okay. Alright, and that's two more things I can tear down. Go ahead and take this apart. Take this apart and use the parts from this to finish the other. Then I gotta see about tearing apart the rest of the ship before actually moving over the medical room. So, finish this out. And get ourselves. Oh, I need a couple of those. Just go ahead and take. Oh, right. Can't hold all of that. Now it's getting to the point where I don't need this thing so much as I used to. It's now just gonna be strips, which is gonna take some time. Almost debating whether or not to do it off screen or not, considering it's gonna take a long ass time to do. Just me focusing specifically on just grinding that down, though. I think I'll do that after I move the medical room. And extra equipment. And that means that all of that is now out of the way. And of course, I don't think I can do anything with that. One better too. Oops. Guess I can't do that. Alright, I have this big ass thing down here. What do you take? A lot of stuff. First off, go ahead and just use up all the steel I can. Gotta say, this is the first time I've had to do this. First time I was actually forced to just build where I landed because I screwed up. Mostly because it's not something I'm used to. Like flying that ship first person is annoyingly just, it can be terrifying. I'm just more, I suppose, annoyed that I didn't even realize I lost all of them. My fault, obviously, but it doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Production. Disassembly. Took a second. It's gonna spend some time just tearing apart those. Like, seriously. Whenever I had to tear apart just about everything. Deal with is actually oxygen. Most of the time, move all of that. Half the time I've said screw it, and other times I've also given up on this entire thing completely. Oh, crap! How did that happen? Oh. Okay, I'm good. I'm not gonna say how hilarious that is. Even to the point where I'm just tearing stuff off. It's funny how this window has not come out at all. And there it goes. Bye-bye. Don't care. It's too bad. After I take care of this and get the med base set up, I can then go out and mine for uranium and move that reactor over. Which, doing that will probably alleviate some stress, I imagine. Assembly. I need tubes. Just to finish building some of the other stuff I have. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to have a little bit of flair for my home away from, well, safety. Give myself plenty of room to, you know, call my own. Oh crap, ran on a steel blade. Luckily there's tons of it in here. Oh, shit. You saw nothing. Actually, no, that'll work. That would work greatly. Oop, hold on. How do I want to go about this? I could do... Yeah, I think I do it this way. Just have Medbay be in the corner over here. Do a thing. I need interior paint. I think I may have used all of it. Yep, I used it all up. Oh crap. Okay. That's all I need. Just need to lay down one of these. I don't know if you guys actually enjoy me just singing to myself. I shouldn't just assume things like that, even though I totally will. And you're the one watching me, so I suppose it's your choice, I guess, maybe. I don't know, unless somebody's actually forcing me to watch this, I have no real qualms about you just listening to me just hum to myself while I'm having fun. This is just what I like to do. This build. If it wasn't obvious before. There we go. Man, it's getting really dark now. been getting accustomed to it. The new building system is really handy. I like it. As soon as I get more used to it. Ah, crap, I screwed it up. There we go. Aha! Maybe. There we go. Now then, what this place needs is not a mnemonic bay, a med bay. Okay, there. I need how much interior plate? Okay, then. Huh. Almost time for me to call it a show. Almost, not quite. There. Is it? Always just seems like it's really... It shouldn't be that way. Like, sun's gone. There's stars out in the sky, but as far as I'm concerned, out on this planet, it should be, like, dead black. Living out in the country has taught me one thing. Like, night is night. It becomes nighttime, you instantly know. I also had the power knocked out while I was also out in the country. That is, it's interesting. At the same time, it's terrifying. Like, a lot of people, there's some people that don't understand why there are people that are afraid of the dark, and that's because when you go outside the city, darkness is darkness. Door. I need a door. Why are there 3 different kinds of door? Still don't get it. I could go with scaffolding. I'm pretty sure I should go with the catwalk. Yeah, look at that. And an ultrasonic ore locator. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Whew. However, that's one of those things that is known as... Not today! Oy. In fact, I'm gonna have to call it a, well, half night. End of the next episode, we should probably start seeing daylight again. That's all that's left of that ship, and it's being taken apart piece by piece. Everything else important has been built, for the most part, all except for the hydrogen tanks, which I don't know if I'll complete entirely. Well, no, I'll have to eventually. That's going to become important, especially if I want to go back up and just start murdering asteroids wholesale. Well, like, what else? I mean, I gotta get my own, essentially, control room slash med room slash bedroom finished. And, well, that'll be done. And I can just look out along this valley slash plain and go, this is mine. Maybe. Staking a claim and holding it is a process. Thankfully, though, there's nobody else to contest. So, until next time, I am Razor Karu, and this is still my piloting error. Have a good day.